most welcome to Iran.
Thank you.
We are very happy to.
We love to Iran. Iran first country to recognize Pakistan.
Yeah,
The first.
yeah.
We love
Iran
the
and
Iran.
Pakistan both were the first.
Well, you can speak Urdu? No? That's so much. I'm very glad to meet you.
We have many commonalities in culture, in religion, in geography, many similarities and resemblance.
Yes.
Many people they are thinking that I'm from Pakistan.
Ah, yes.
Me and my family and my colleagues, all of them are happy to have their foreign service here in Karachi. And Iran and Pakistan both are in favor of each other in the United Nations and other international organizations. Most welcome to Iran.
Thank you.
We are very happy to.
We love to Iran. Iran first country to recognize Pakistan.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah.
We love
Iran
the
and
Iran.
Pakistan both were the first.
Well,
In return, Pakistan was the first country that recognized Iran's revolution. So,
Yes.
alhamdulillah, our political relation is
And we are also enjoying the Islamic relationship, the biggest relationship in the world. You know.
Alhamdulillah.
You can speak Urdu? No?
That's
so much. I'm very glad to meet you.
Domestic and interior issues of the country. But we are always in favor of Pakistan.
Yes.
Pakistan is our neighbor. We have many commonalities in culture, in religion, in geography, many similarities and resemblance.
Yes.
Many people they are thinking
Thinking.
that I'm from Pakistan.
Ah, yes.
They are starting to speak Urdu with me.
When you are coming, yes.
So this is a sign of the commonalities, similarities, and also heart-to-heart connection. The people are very emotional to each other. But unfortunately, we are challenging the conspiracies of foreigners and the interference of the non-regional powers. This is the most challenge of our situation.
Yes. But when you back before 20 years in Pakistan, in Karachi mostly, I have seen everywhere the Iranian people are going, hotels, markets, and he's doing the business easily.
Yeah.
And we are very familiar with the Iranian person. But after the war and American problems, they disappear here. But in those times, we will see so much Iranians here.
Yeah,
They are
many
eating
people
here.
are visiting
They
here.
are eating here, they are working.
There was a lot of bakery also, restaurant also.
Factories, hotels, the tea sellers,
They captured bottling business,
Yeah.
bakers, and Irani people are also reading in
People willing to go there.
Yeah.
First of all, Excellency, thank you so much for giving us your precious time.
You're welcome.
And we are very glad to meet you. Especially, it's honor for me to give me chance to take your interview. And I will not take that much time of you.
You're welcome.
So, coming to my point, my first question is this. As an experienced diplomat, how you find Pakistan's and its people culture?
Yes, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I would like to congratulate the government and the nation of Pakistan for the Independence Day on 14th August. And Alhamdulillah, this year we are trying to, inshallah, have a ceremony of the 75th anniversary of the political relation between Iran and Pakistan. And in this regard, we have suggested Honorable Chief Minister to rename a park next to the consulate in the name of the Hazrat Salman Farsi, a companion, a non-Arab Iranian companion of Prophet Muhammad. And thanks God, the City Council of Karachi approved this suggestion, and maybe in 15th or 16th of August, we may have a small ceremony of this jubilant actually anniversary. Me, as the Consul General of Iran, I'm very happy to start my foreign service and as a diplomat here in Karachi. Actually, this is my second mission here in Pakistan.
Okay.
My first mission started at 2004, and I was here at the same place for a period of 4 years. And I'm very fortunate that my second mission started last year. We do not feel a stranger here in Pakistan. We Iranian people, I mean.
Exactly.
Because of the many similarities, because of the many commonalities between the nation of Iran and Pakistan, in religion, in culture, in everything. There are many common words between Farsi and Urdu language. And we are actually, honestly, we can say that we feel free here as a second home here in Pakistan. So me and my family and my colleagues, all of them are happy to have their foreign service here in Karachi.
That's okay. As someone who and as someone who closely working with Pakistan official, so how do you look Pakistan role in region in this complex geopolitical environment?
Pakistan has a very crucial role in the foreign diplomacy of Islamic Republic of Iran. We are two great countries in the region. Our total population stands more than 300 million people. 225 million people is the population of Pakistan, and 85 million people in Iran. So in total, we are more than 300 million people. So we also have many commonalities in our foreign policy principles. And Iran and Pakistan both are in favor of each other in the United Nations and other international organizations. Our Supreme Leader, Hazrat Ayatollah Khamenei, he has a very crucial keyword. He is saying that Iran and Pakistan's relation is in a good situation and must be actually more stronger. But we have to be cautious about the conspiracy because we have serious enemies. And Alhamdulillah, thanks God, our top officials and the leaders of the Iran and Pakistan, they are in constant actually relation. Recently, the Foreign Minister of Pakistan visited Tehran, and the Minister of Energy, he visited Tehran, and we signed an agreement regarding the export of electricity to Pakistan. Recently, we signed an MOU regarding the barter trade. You know, we have around 1,000 common border between the two countries. And we had only one crossing border during last 70 years. But during last 2 years, we inaugurated 2 more crossing borders in Mand-Pishin and Rimdan. It's actually very close to Gwadar and Chabahar of Iran. We think that the propaganda and the influence of maybe we can say some Westerners media, they are trying to tarnish the image of Pakistan and tarnish the image of Iran and the conspiracy of Islamophobia. And we think we have to do much more works regarding the people-to-people connections. I think the exchange of the tourists between the two countries is a very good way to increase the recognition of each other's history, each other's culture, each other's point of views regarding the different issues. And in this regard, Inshallah, on 22nd of August,
Inshallah.
we will hold a conference regarding the tourism activities between Iran and Pakistan. And we prepared a list of more than 150 travel agencies of Pakistan. We invited some active travel agencies of Iran to come here and have a good B2B actually negotiations to exchange the tourists from Pakistan to Iran and from Iran to Pakistan as well. Many Iranian tourists are going to, for example, to Turkey, to European countries, to UAE and other countries. But a little amount of people are coming to Pakistan because they do not have enough information regarding the sightseeing and the tourist attractions of Pakistan. And also regarding the economic situation that, because of the pandemic, entire world was affected by the COVID. And Pakistan and Iran are actually including in this, we can say a kind of economic crisis. We are trying to manage this type of crisis by actually finding some solutions to increase the volume of our trade between two countries. Maybe in coming couple of weeks, one more official border market will be inaugurated in presence of the top officials of Pakistan and Iran. And the Joint Economic Commission of Iran and Pakistan will be held at the end of August in Islamabad. And representatives of all ministries and organizations of Iran, for example, for Minister of Finance, from the State Bank of Iran, Minister of Road and Transportation, Minister of Agriculture, all of them will visit Islamabad to discuss with their counterparts in Pakistan to sign some MOUs regarding the boost and increase of the economical and the commercial relations. A strong Pakistan, in point of Iranian diplomat, a strong Pakistan and a progressive Pakistan, a Kamyab Pakistan, will definitely make the people and the government of Iran happy, because we are two neighboring countries. We have the same religion. All of the people are of the Muslim people. And we think that the security, the regional security have to be actually built up by our own people and by our own nations and governments. You cannot buy the security in the market. So by joining the hands, inshallah, our regional security will be, inshallah, more stronger and safer for the entire world and region. And we always pray for the progress of Pakistan,
Inshallah. As Iran has a very rich country and history, so does this influence Iran foreign policy?
Yes, some factors are making the power of a country. For example, the number of population, the geographical situation, having a good and skilled army. In fact, in our point of view, Pakistan has all of these factors and measures. And in our view, Pakistan is a very strong Islamic country. And Iran, alhamdulillah, has good natural resources like crude oil, natural gas. And we can meet each other's needs to each other. For example, Iran can provide the energy for Pakistan, like crude oil, the natural gas, the LPG, and electricity as well. And Pakistan can provide many, for example, food items for Iran, like the rice, the wheat, the quinoa, the mango, and agricultural production. So we can actually meet each other's needs. We can have a good commercial, cultural, multidimensional relations. And the government of Iran is always ready. The new government, which was established by Ayatollah Raisi as the new president, he said in his swearing ceremony in the parliament, he said that my priority is actually having good relation with our neighboring countries, and he considered our neighboring countries as our relatives, which you are saying in Urdu, rishtedars. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is the actually priority of foreign policy of Iran, and that's why we are trying to have good relation with our neighboring countries, and in particular with Pakistan.
Okay. Both countries have expressed their desires increase to gamut in their economic relations. So, as a time when international sanctions are enforced for Iran, and what are so how both countries go about achieving this?
As I explained, Iran has a very good geopolitical situation. We have around 15 neighboring countries, and Pakistan and Iran, we are access to the international waters by using and utilizing these potentials. And also, as I mentioned, commonalities in foreign policy principles. But we have just be cautious regarding the conspiracies.
What is your further plan in Karachi?
For Karachi, inshallah,
For Karachi, for
Pakistan, our embassy in Islamabad is supposed to hold a single country exhibition in Islamabad at the end of August. And some famous Iranian companies will attend in this exhibition. And in Karachi, as the hub of the economic of the country, we have received a letter from trade organization, trade promotion organization of Iran, with the collaboration of the TDAP, Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, to hold a single country exhibition in Expo Center in December. And at that time, inshallah, we will invite some famous Iranian industrialists and companies to actually have their stalls in the exhibition in order to boost and enhance our commercial ties. And one more issue that I had a meeting with the president of the Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Pakistan in Federation House. And we expected that a trade delegation of Iran headed by President of Iran Chamber of Commerce will visit Karachi maybe during coming 40 days. We are trying to actually increase the volume of our trade. Our volume trade right now is $1.2 million per year, but the target is $5 billion per year. To reach this goal, we are trying to exchange a trade delegation and also to hold the single country exhibition. And recently the REAP, the Rice Exporters Association of Pakistan, a 13-member of the REAP Association, they visited Tehran and they had some good contracts and MOUs regarding the barter trade to export the rice from Pakistan to Iran and import the LPG from Iran to Pakistan.
Okay.
So I think the future is promising and bright for Pakistan and Iran.
Inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
ऑन एंटरटेनमेंट की वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल के आइकन को भी क्लिक कीजिए ताकि आप हमारी तमाम आने वाली वीडियो से बाखबर रह सकें।